Hey YouTube, my Darkest99 here. What's up? Here's a video about this deck I made. I had a previous video of it. I'll put the link of my deck profile video in the description. Here is it's called Perfecting Tech Genius Episode 1. It's a combos. Now we have here is 4 cards. I don't have a third Photon Sabre Tiger yet. I ordered the third one from Texas, Strike Zone Online. Alright, so that'll come in a couple days. But for now, let's just say I had 3. Now this card here, I'm going to go with Photon Sabre Tiger first. Reason why this card is really good because pretty much is when this is summoned or flip summoned, normal summon or flip summoned, you get to add another Photon Sabre Tiger from your deck to your hand. It's like has a red, like a gadget effect. The only drawback to this card is, even though the monster has 2,000, but if you don't have another Photon Sabre Tiger on the field, it loses 800 attack, so it comes at 1,200 point level 3 beater. But here's when this card comes in. Like if you draw this, this, and this in an opening hand, and you're pretty much set. You need to run 2 or 3 skill drains in this deck. Tech Genius right here, as you can see. I'm getting a second one in the mail, but I might end up getting a third one in a week or so. Probably buy another one, because I feel that like this card's really gonna make something great. Pay 1,000, all monster effects are negated. So this would go back to 2,000. So, but the only downside to this factor is you don't get a search effect with this if this is out. But that's worth it because here's where this card kicks in. Horn of the Phantom Beast. This card is really good in this deck. You equip it to a beast or beast warrior type monster. I think we'll see. Beast type or beast warrior. And it gains 800, and every time you destroy a monster, you destroy one of your opponent's monsters when your monster's equipped with this, you could draw a card. So not only this becomes a 2,800 point beater, and you draw a card every time you kill a monster with the monster equipped to this card. This card is going to prevent your opponent's monster's effects from working. So that means there's no Raikou, there is no Caius, no Dark Arm, no JD, no Stardust, no Scrap, nothing. That's the only beneficial because this deck is only really focusing on crippling your opponent's strategies. You got to run at least 2 to 3 of these in a Tech Genius deck. You can't run one. I'm getting a second one in the mail. I might end up buying another one. There's another couple cards people might want to run in this deck. Wind Up Zinmanes and maybe Steel Swarm Roach. I'm not sure about Steel Swarm Roach, how good it will do. Like you can exceed it with like overlay into Tengus, overlay into Rush Rhinos, or at least another level 4 monster. Like you need to only run, apparently I think close to 15 to 16 monsters in the deck like this. 6 to 7, maybe between 5 to 7 spells, and the rest remains of the trap cards that can be beneficial, like Solemn Warning, Dimensional Prison, and this card. This is another good combo right here. You need to run this card at free. Like if you have like a Rush Rhino or Werewolf or something like that, use this. You get control of one of your opponent's powerful monsters. It's really, really good. It's not even funny. And even if you destroy it on their field, when it goes to your graveyard, you still get the effect. Search effect. It's really good. But I'm just explaining that matter, in my opinion, because this card can be really good. Because this card right here virtually has no drawbacks except for the 800 attack point decrease if you don't control another one of these on the field. But with these 2 cards out, with him out still, you're all set. 2,800 attack points. This will run over synchro monsters, everything. With this on the field, it's useless. Your opponent monsters will be pretty much useless. That's strategy. You get this combo out along with a few other cards, you pretty much win, unless they top deck a fucking Dark Hole. But however, here's another card that's good. This is when this card comes in. Hold on a minute, just gotta look for it. Here's another card that can protect. Starlight Road. Like, they use like Dark Hole, Torrential, something like that. You flip this over, negates the destruction effect against Stardust. Also, Solemn Warning can help you too. Starlight Road was just like a dramatic rescuer. But the bottom line is, to run this deck, I know some people will run like Beast King Barbaros and a couple other things, like 3 strikers, but I feel like 2 strikers sometimes can be enough, because running 3 can be a dead draw. So, you know, and Barbaros is a good card overall. Beast King Barbaros, I have to slightly admit that's a really good card, but I don't feel like in my build it's going to flex well. I know some of y'all people might be thinking why I don't have Doom Caliber Knight in a side deck. Because I don't have a Doom Caliber Knight, first of all, and second of all, I don't think Doom Caliber Knight can help in this kind of deck. Maybe if you run one Doom Caliber Knight side deck in this, maybe. It's up to you. But this combo, you got to realize the possibilities. Like, you had this out, this card out along with these two, and one more card. This one, Thunder King Ryo. You're pretty much ensured the victory. Like, I'm gonna have another video, another segment for my side deck combo, like the discussion of Necro Valley, because I put that in my side deck. I'll have another video on that later on. But like I said, you manage to get this combo out. If you run this version of the build, you pretty much win the game, because this gives you draw power. This comes a 2000 beater, and it'll fuck every monster up, and this cripples your opponent's monsters. So yeah, and you have Psalm 1 and Psalm 2. Some people might run a Dark Briber 2, one in the side deck, one in the main deck. Depends. They might put both in game 2 or game 3. But possibilities, you pretty much win. Unless they mess up your combo before it works. But you be careful when you set it, because you don't know if they have a heavy storm lurking in their hand. Because if they think you do, you better hope you have this card in your hand, or like a Psalm 1 or something like that, or you're pretty much in trouble. But there's other ways you can win, like Synchro Summoning early before this comes out. But these are one of the other ways, one of the best ways to win in this deck. So yeah. So I hope you all enjoy it. And I think this card, if this card sees a lot of play, this card might go up in value. So I grabbed them when I did. So yeah, please tell me what you all think about this. See if it'll do any good in this deck, which I think it's going to. So please feel free to give me any advice, recommendations. And yeah, that'll be it. More videos coming soon. Later.